Hello everyone, welcome back to GP Overtake. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss the biggest MotoGP stories, behind-the-scenes drama, rider transfers, and everything happening inside the paddock. Now let's get into today's story. When Gresini Racing released a short announcement on Friday, it looked like nothing more than a routine update. Most people read it, nodded, and moved on. The statement simply confirmed that Fermin Aldeguer would not race at Silverstone, with the team describing the decision as a precaution while he continues recovering from injury. But hidden inside that same announcement was something far more interesting. Instead of leaving Aldeguer's Ducati in the garage, Gresini handed the bike to Iker Lecuona. At first glance, that sounds perfectly reasonable. Teams need replacement riders whenever someone gets injured. But here's the bigger question. What does it really mean when Ducati keeps giving your motorcycle to someone else? And while Aldeguer is forced to watch from home, what exactly is Ducati learning every time another rider climbs onto his bike? To understand that, we need to look at what this injury has truly cost him. Most headlines simply say Aldeguer is missing Silverstone. The reality is much harsher. Everything started at Assen at the end of June, when he crashed heavily during Friday practice at the Fast de Geert Timmer section and fractured his T7 vertebra. Since then, he has missed the Dutch Grand Prix, Germany, and now Britain. That makes 3 consecutive race weekends on the sidelines. And if we look back even further, Silverstone actually becomes the 4th Grand Prix he has missed this season. Remember, Aldeguer also failed to start the opening round after suffering a broken left femur during a training accident back in January. So after 11 rounds of the championship, he has competed in only 8 races. His doctors are not even expected to clear him for training until August 15th, meaning his absence stretches well into the summer break. That alone is a major setback. But Ducati's choice of replacement rider tells an even bigger story. This is not just any reserve rider filling a vacant seat. Iker Lecuona already proved earlier this season that he could jump onto a MotoGP Ducati with almost no preparation. Back in early June at Balaton Park, he replaced Alex Marquez while the Spaniard recovered from his own vertebra injuries suffered at Catalunya. Before that weekend, Lecuona had never raced a Ducati in MotoGP. In fact, he hadn't even started a MotoGP race since 2023. Despite that lack of experience, he qualified 16th and finished an impressive 7th. That result immediately caught everyone's attention. Interestingly, Ducati's longtime test rider Michel Pirro wasn't available because of a scheduling conflict with the Italian Championship, opening the door for Lecuona. And since then, the Spaniard has continued building an incredible season in World Superbike. Riding for Aruba at IT Ducati, he collected 20 podium finishes in his first 24 races. 19 of those podiums came behind teammate Nicolo Bulega, who had looked almost unbeatable for much of the year. Then came Donington Park. Lecuona finally broke through. He led every lap, defended against relentless pressure from Bulega, and crossed the finish line less than 0.2 of a second ahead. It was the first World Superbike victory of his career. Even more importantly, it ended Bulega's remarkable 25-race winning streak. So when Gresini needed another replacement rider, Ducati didn't simply choose someone available. They selected arguably the hottest Ducati rider outside MotoGP. That changes the entire conversation. Because Lecuona's previous appearance wasn't remembered simply as a feel-good substitute performance. It became something much more significant. It became a benchmark. After Balaton Park, discussions quickly shifted toward Franco Morbidelli. For months, Morbidelli had spoken publicly about struggling with grip issues on his Ducati. Then Lecuona stepped onto a bike he barely knew and immediately looked competitive. Suddenly people weren't asking how good Lecuona was. They were asking why experienced MotoGP riders couldn't achieve the same results. That's what makes his appearances so valuable for Ducati. He doesn't just replace injured riders. He becomes a measuring stick. And there is another detail many people overlooked. Only 9 days before Gresini confirmed Lecuona for Silverstone, Ducati had already extended his contract through 2027 and 2028, reportedly with improved financial terms. General Manager Gigi Dall'Igna described the renewal as an important investment for Ducati's entire World Superbike project. Think about that sequence. First came the impressive MotoGP cameo. Then Ducati rewarded him with a new contract. Only afterward did they hand him another MotoGP opportunity. That timing speaks volumes. None of this should be interpreted as punishment for Aldeguer. Quite the opposite. He is genuinely injured. He has handled the situation professionally from the beginning. Even back at Assen, he openly admitted that recovery would likely continue through the summer break. He even said the extra time would also allow his left leg to heal properly. That comment matters because the leg injury from January never completely disappeared. After the training accident, surgeons inserted a 30-centimeter rod into his femur. He missed all preseason testing. He missed the opening race. And even after returning, he continued racing while dealing with the physical consequences. Instead of building momentum after an impressive rookie campaign, his second MotoGP season has become a constant battle just to stay healthy. At the moment, Aldeguer sits 11th in the championship with 76 points. Compare that with last year. As a rookie, he finished 8th overall with 214 points and claimed victory at Mandalika at just 20 years and 183 days old. That achievement made him the second youngest MotoGP race winner in history, behind only Marquez. This season, however, his best result remains second place in Catalunya. But perhaps the biggest threat isn't the championship standings. It's what happens to his future while he cannot race. Earlier this month, VR46 confirmed that its 2027 MotoGP structure will include one full factory-spec Ducati receiving continuous technical updates throughout the season alongside one standard-spec machine. Both riders will race Ducatis. But only one receives every new development package. Many people naturally assume Aldeguer will receive the factory-spec bike. Yet assumptions are not contracts. Nothing has officially been confirmed. Meanwhile, Ducati's own factory seats for 2027 already belong to Marquez and Pedro Acosta. Aldeguer isn't among them. Adding even more uncertainty is Nicolo Bulega. Besides dominating World Superbike, he also serves as a Ducati test rider. That becomes especially interesting because MotoGP will switch to Pirelli tires in 2027, the same tires Bulega has spent years mastering. Suddenly, the competition for Ducati's future becomes even more complicated. This story was never just about an injured rider. It's about position. It's about momentum. And it's about whether someone else quietly moves ahead while you're unable to respond. Aldeguer himself seems fully aware of that reality. After Ducati confirmed Pedro Acosta for the factory team, Aldeguer was asked whether he felt disappointed. His response was mature. He admitted Ducati wanted the very best riders and said he understood why Acosta had been chosen. He also expressed confidence that he still has plenty of time to earn a factory seat in the future. Those are the words of a patient young rider. But they also reveal someone who knows he is now waiting in line rather than standing at the front of it. That's why Silverstone carries much greater importance than many people realize. Aldeguer isn't simply missing another race weekend. He's missing another opportunity to demonstrate what he can do with his own motorcycle. If Lecuona struggles and finishes outside the points, the story ends there. But if he repeats the impressive form he showed at Balaton Park, Ducati gains another valuable data point. Another example showing that a World Superbike rider can immediately perform on a Desmosedici. And inevitably, comparisons with Aldeguer become unavoidable. Ducati never needs to publicly criticize anyone. That's not how they operate. They let the stopwatch do the talking. They reward performance. And they allow results to shape future decisions. Less than a year ago, Aldeguer was celebrating becoming the second youngest MotoGP winner in history. Today, injuries have limited him to just 8 starts in 11 rounds, while uncertainty continues to surround his place in Ducati's long-term plans. So perhaps the real question isn't whether Aldeguer will recover. Everyone expects that he will. The bigger question is whether Ducati's internal order remains the same while he's away. Is the manufacturer still building its future around Fermin Aldeguer? Or has that quietly begun to change? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this analysis, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to GP Overtake, and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest MotoGP coverage. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.